morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope all of you had a wonderful weekend. I'm back here for another card tutorial with you all. So what different kind of creations do you think you could make using the same exact base supplies? In today's video, I am going to show you how to create 3 totally different cards, but using the exact same supplies. Okay, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kristina Reese. This is Creating with Kristina. I come live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on my Facebook page to help card tutorials, isn't that hilarious? To help card makers with my card tutorials. All right, let's see. Oh, and before we get into the card making, I want to remind you, I do have a July host code. Whenever you spend $50 before tax in my shop, I send you a nice thank you gift at the end of the month. And you just use that code when you check out. Okay. Hey, good morning, Mary and Greg. How are you this morning? Let's go ahead and switch over to what we're doing. So these are my basic supplies. I'm going to use the exact same pieces here to make 3 totally different cards. So I am featuring the Tidings and Trimmings stamp set, and it does have a die that coordinates with it. This is in the annual catalog. Okay, we have a new catalog coming out in August, which is just in a couple weeks. But I want to try to highlight a lot of our Christmas stamp sets that we have in the annual catalog during my whole Christmas in July series that I've been doing. All right, so we're using that stamp set. Now we're also going to use a Mascimento base on all 3 cards. We're going to use a 4.5 by 3 1/4. So basically this is just an inch cut off of both sides of a quarter sheet of paper, okay? Then I'm gonna use the polished pink and the mint macron. These are both 2 inches by, I forgot, 4.5, 4 1/4. Yeah, 4 1/4, 2 by 4 1/4, okay? And then this Blushing Bride 1/2 inch strip, and we'll trim it down to fit the sentiment when we get that stamped on there. All right, and then some gold twine. All right, so all 3 cards are gonna use the exact same things. Are you ready? I'm so excited. I can't wait to show this to you. All right, so card number 1. Let me get all this out of the way. Card number 1, we're going to take the white base here, and I do need a foam mat because the Tidings and Trimmings stamp set is photopolymer, and you want to have a nice smooth surface to stamp on. All right, so what do we need? What we're going to do is we're going to cover this whole thing and make kind of like designer series paper, our own designer series paper, okay? So in the Tiding and Trimmings, we have all these nice little leaves and berries and things like that. And I am using my color scheme. So I have the mint macron and the polished pink. Aren't those so pretty together? This is a very, what do we call it? Modern Christmas color scheme instead of the traditional red and green. This is like I like to think of Lucy from the Peanuts. She loves the modern, the pink, the aluminum trees. I love Charlie Brown's Christmas. Don't you guys love that? All right, so what I'm going to do, like I said, I am coming through here and I am just going to randomly stamp all over this with leaves and berries, okay? And just a few here at the bottom and there. Okay. Now, I'm going to come back with the leaves, and I'm going to put leaves all in between. Like I said, I'm just kind of creating my own designer paper here. So I have a 3-leaf and a 2-leaf, okay, and they come in the stamp set. All right, so we're going to start with the 3-leaf, and we're just going to stamp that right between, okay, the berries this way. All right, so right in between here. There we go. There's 1 and 2. And 3. It's a lot of coming off the edge there. All right, so that's that one. Now it does have the filler stamp set, so you don't have to color them yourself. You just go back over with the leaf filler, just like that. Comes out perfect. And if you get it off a little bit, that's okay, because watercolor, we like that watercolor look when it does that. Okay, and just a little bit right there. All right. Now let's come back with the double leaves and fill in kind of where we have a lot of white space, okay? There we go. There, there, and one more down here. Okay, and I kept sticking my finger in the ink every time I did that. That's okay. And this also has a little filler stamp. Okay, and we're just going to come in here. So like I said, this is just creating your own designer series paper, or DSP as we like to call it in the Stampin' Up! World. So this is my first thing that I'm doing with these supplies. If you're just joining us, what I'm doing is I'm taking the exact same supplies and making 3 totally different cards. Now that I have my paper all created, I'm going to cut it on the diagonal. Okay, I'm going to cut it on the diagonal. That goes out of the way. And I love our trimmer because you just put it right there on that and line up the 2 corners right there. Okay, whoops, let's get the scoring tool out of the way. Bring in the cutting tool. There we go. And voila, we've created 2 triangles now. Well, if I can get it picked up. There we go. All right, go back to my instructions. Make sure I'm doing everything correctly. I stamped all over the white piece. Now I've cut it at a diagonal. Now I'm going to tape the pink and the mint pieces onto the card base. So here is the card base, and this is going to be a landscape card. Hello, Ingrid from the Netherlands. Welcome. I know it's in the afternoon for you over there, bright and early down here in Texas, United States. All right, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick these in the corners like that. All right, real simple. And I need a tape runner though. There we go. Okay, and oops. There we go. And we're just going to do like a 1/8 of an inch corner. Is when you put these together, they make 4 inches, and the card base is 4 1/4. So you know that you're just going to get about an 1/8 of an inch. Okay. And you're just going to bump those right up next to each other, just like that. Okay. That's pretty cool. Now, here we are. Let's put this one up here and this one down here. Cool, huh? And of course, we're going to use some dimensionals. We can't make a card without dimensionals. And we're just going to put one in each corner. Whoa, turn that over. Alrighty. And for those of you who have not, I love sharing tips with you all. So this tip is how to get these backs off without taking forever. So we're just going to start, and this is just a paper piercing tool. We're just going to poke through the wax paper and then just kind of lift it up. And not only does it easily get them off, but it also keeps them all together so they're not all over your craft room. And you can just take them off and put them in the little pile over here until you're ready to get rid of them. All righty. Hope you like that little tip. Now let's come back with our card. And like I said, we're just going to put this here in this corner. All right. That's fun. Whoa. Golly. These are super sticky. Be careful. And then this one goes in this corner, okay? Now didn't quite make it that, it kind of made it crooked there. There we go. There, all right, got that part. Now let's get some gold twine. Gotta love me some gold twine. And I am just gonna tie this around my card, okay? You all, I have set up, if you didn't know, on my blog, I have set up a special page because people are always asking me this next tip. All right, so I use clamping tweezers to hold my string, my ribbon, whatever, for me while I try to tie a bow. And everybody's always asking, where'd you get them? Where do you get them? So on my blog, under shopping with me, there is a page called Must-Have Tools. go there, and there is a link. Now, it is an affiliate link. I will be honest. It's an affiliate link. So I will get a little bit of commission off of it if you buy it from me. You don't have to. I'm just telling you about it. And but the little commission I get does help me with the cost of running a blog and the cost of running newsletter. Those things actually do cost money. They're not free. Anyway, so I've done that. So if you're looking for clamping tweezers, go to my blog under must-have tools. Now I'm looking for my snips, and I just had them. Come on, snips, where are you? Oh no, do I not do this every time I create a card with you all? All right, it's a good thing I have a nice supply of scissors. All right, here we go. Just cut that off and that off. Isn't gold just Christmassy? Don't you just love gold? I just love gold. All right, so far so good. I'm going to bring it down here to the middle, or mostly to the middle. Well, yeah, let's bring it to the middle. There we go. That looks nice. And I need my sentiment strip. Okay, so here's my sentiment strip. And I'm gonna, now I did this Merry Christmas, or actually it's Christmas Wishes, comes from our banner year. This tidings and trimmings did not have a nice simple sentiment. It had a bunch of cute sayings, but I didn't want all that. I wanted a simple sentiment. So I just pulled this one out from the banner. I need my ink. There we go. My pretty polished pink. And Christmas Wishes. Christmas Wishes. And I'm just going to stamp that. I'm trying to think if I want to do, yeah. All right, I'm kind of moving over away from the edge here so that I can do a little trimming on the ends there. And what I mean by trimmings on the end, if you all, and of course this stamp set banner year goes with this punch, which is called the Banner Pick-a-Punch. And it has the flag tail and it has a point. And I'm going to do the point. So I'm going to come in here and see if that's the size I want. Is that where I want it? No, I want it a little closer. Let's make it a little closer. Okay. Yeah, that's better. And now I want this one the same. I do know that I need to give myself about 1/8 of an inch room. So if I want my point to be right here, then I need to cut about right there. All right. And get those scissors out again. Okay. There we go. And just stick that in there. And voila, we've got it. And that banner Pick-a-Punch, the most awesome thing. Love that. All right. And now to finish this card up by putting dimensionals on the back of this. Where are my dimensionals? I just had them, didn't I? There they are. And we'll put one there and one there. Okay. And now this is going to go right in the center, and I want to make sure my bow is where I want it, because when I stick this down, I won't be able to move the bow. The dimensionals are going to keep it from moving. So I'm eyeballing this end and that end. All right, I think I like that. I haven't quite pressed down yet because I'm not quite sure that's what I want. And is it what I want? It is what I want. There we go. We're pressing it down. Can't move anymore. All right, card number 1. What do you think? Awesome, huh? All right, now the exact same supplies. We're gonna make another card. Let me move that out of the way. Now this one, we're gonna use the dies from the stamp set, okay? So this Tidings and Trimmings has these really cool dies, and I'm gonna take the star that has this really cool like icing decorative piece on there. I have adhered an adhesive sheet on the back of this, because this icing piece, I want to pull that up so you can see how itty bitty teeny tiny that is. Very, very tiny. And it's almost impossible to get glue on there without getting glue everywhere. So go ahead, invest in the adhesive sheets, okay? Now we're just going to put that right on there. It'll cut it out and it'll leave those adhesive sheets, okay? So let me move all this out of the way. Bring in my little cutting machine. Okay, line her up. And here we go. And of course, there's room. I could do another one, but I'm just going to do the one. Okay, and make sure it cut. Look through. Yes, it definitely cut. So move this out of the way for a minute. While we're at it, let's go ahead and cut out the mint star, this piece. Now this I do not have adhesive on the back because I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. All right, so we're just going to put that in there. And once again, there's room for a second star if you want. I'm just doing one. Okay, make my little sandwich. And roll that through. It's kind of hard to get it going. There we go. It actually, I think it has suction feet. No, it doesn't. Okay, my big one has suction feet. That one doesn't. The suction feet help hold it still while you try to crank and push it in at the same time. All right, so we're done with this. We've got this mint star, and we've got this beautiful decorative piece. Let me get my paper piercing tool here and pop out all the innards. Okay, there we go. Whoops, okay. And then they have these itty bitty holes. That's to help you push it out of the die. So see, whoops, get in the camera. There we go. So now you can pull it out, okay? And then we need to, whoo. All right, another tool every crafter needs is a good pair of tweezers. All right, and go. And that just goes right. Come on, there we go, boom. Oh, that's so awesome. I love it. Made it so much easier than to try to get glue on there, okay? So it's a nice little investment, adhesive sheets. All right, so we've got our cute little star. Now bring back the rest of the pieces here, okay? Move my base out for a minute. We need this white piece. Now this time, we are not gonna cut it. We are going to hang the star, okay, just like that, with, of course, gold twine. Now, the gold twine has to be anchored onto the card. And so what I'm gonna do is about right here, I'm gonna take some adhesive and I'm just gonna put me a nice strip of adhesive right there. Now my star is gonna cover that up, but that is going to anchor that string right there, okay? Now I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna do the same to the back, okay? And we'll just anchor it right there, okay? Now, we have our hanger for our star. Put our star here, but of course we're gonna use a dimensional. And this will also help hold the gold twine. Go ahead and put that dimensional right over the twine. Get it stuck in there good. And then we want the point of the star right there on the twine, okay, boom. All right, our little star's hanging, but of course we need a bow. So real simple, just, whoops, you need a little more than that. Real simple, just take that, whoops, okay. And just like you do a shoestring, you just tie your bow. Oh, okay, let's try this again. One, and of course, I'm not giving myself enough string in the back. All right, there we go. There, now that I've got it. All right, tugging it real tight. Now hold the loop as you pull the tail back through, okay? You don't want these to twist on you. It doesn't look very pretty when your loops are twisted. Whoops, I went through the loop. Well, we're gonna have to trim that off to help it come through. There we go. There, now we go. And if you want your tails down and your loops up, just hold your loops with one hand and tails with the other and kind of give it a tug. Gets everybody where you want it. Trim off those ends to where you want it. There we go. And now, of course, the best way to attach that is with a glue dot. This is why you need to invest in all kinds of different adhesives. There's different adhesives for different jobs, okay? And I am gonna put this dot right there, okay? And then lift off the backing, and it kind of goes over the edge of the star, so I'm gonna flip those pieces over and stick them on top of itself. Now, take my cute little bow. Let's do it like this. Yeah. Oops, come here. And just stick that right there. All right, cute, cute, cute. Cute, cute, cute. Now, let's do our sentiment. Same sentiment. All right, for those of you joining me, came in late, you're telling me, I am making 3 totally different cards using the exact same card pieces, all right? So we've already made one. This is card number 2, okay? And this sentiment is going to go right here, but I am going to do a little flag tail. Okay, so get my pick-a-punch here, and this time I'm using this side. Stick that in there. All right, and then I'm going to put it here, but I kind of left this. I'm going to trim that off, okay? So, and of course, it needs to be up on dimensionals. Don't they all? Yes. You guys are so fun. Hey, thanks so much for sharing, Margaret. I really appreciate that. The more people who find us, the more fun we have with each other. Crafting in the morning with Kristina. Bright and early for some of you. I know it's super, super early in California. And so we really appreciate those of you from California tuning in. All right, almost done. And of course, let's put it up on dimensionals. If you all save back the edging of dimensional sheets, these are great for when you want to do the whole entire card. All right, so I'm going to trim this at the halfway mark. Okay, right there and right there. I'm going to take this piece off and put it on one side. Woo. This will also help this gold twine stay in place. Okay. All right, and then we need a piece on this side, so we can just, yeah. I think there's a dimensional there. Yes, there is. All right, so we can put this here, put that there. Okay, and let's get one more down here. There we go. Okay, now we're good. You guys loving this? I try to come up with really fun ideas for you all to expand your creative ideas. I can't wait to see what you guys try to come up with this. All right, there we go. Cool. There's card number 2. So let me show you card number 1 again. For those of you just catching us, this was card 1. This was card 2, using the exact same pieces. All right. Card number 3. Here we go. Card number 3. Same exact pieces. So I have the mint and the pink. Remember, they're at 2 inches by 4 1/4. Okay. Then the blushing bride is 1/2 inch strip, and the white is just 1 inch cut off both sides. So it's 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. All right. We're going to start with our white, and we're going to cut it. And we're going to cut it into 3 equal pieces. So it's 4 1/2. Whoops, let me turn this around. Get everybody out of the way. Thank you. And I can divide it into 3 equal strips at the 1 1/2 mark. Okay, 1 1/2 and 1 1/2. There we go. All right, so I have 3 equal pieces now. Okay. Move that out of the way. Okay. Our middle piece we're going to stamp. Our other 2 pieces we're going to put the pink and the mint on. Okay. So let me go ahead and do the pink and the mint. Come here. And we're using the stockings this time. Okay. We're going to use the stockings. And I have, there we go. This piece goes right in there. Whoops. There we go. Now, I have a piece of grid paper on top of my foam pad, and what that does, I have something stuck on the bottom. Oh, look where my snips are. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, and that magnet. Okay, hold on. It's our really tough magnets. Okay, Yay, I'm glad I found them. I don't like it when I lose those things. There we go. All right, once again, so we have a photopolymer stamp, so we need foam. But if I just use the foam, I don't have anywhere to remember where I put the piece of cardstock each time because I'm going to do it twice. So I just put a piece of grid paper on here on top of the foam, and that lets me know that, and I already marked it here, that's going to go right there. And I just need a piece of washi tape to keep it down. So here we go. Okay. And I use washi tape instead of the magnets when I'm using the foam pad. The foam pad just kind of prevents that magnet really from sticking and that card moves. All right, and we're gonna do, oh, mint macron, we need the mint macron. We're just doing ink on ink, tone on tone, okay. There we go. Okay, that doesn't seem like it got very well. Did it? Well, we'll find out, won't we? Pretty good. You all see this though? Let me pull it up. This is exactly why you need a Stamparatus. I missed right there. So let's get some more ink on this. Okay. And go again. And make sure everybody's up in the corner. Press down good. Ah, perfect that time. Love it. All right, so that one's done. Now we're going to switch over to the polished pink. So see, this is why I like having it marked, so I know exactly where it goes. Don't have to try again. But I do need to clean this off, that's for sure. Don't want green and pink. That will make a mucky mess. I am looking for my stamp cleaner. Here it is. And we're just gonna clean up all this green. There we go. And use our pink. Oh, cool, Janet. I didn't know that. She told me that Stampin' Storage has a magnetic plate for on top of foam. Oh, wow. I will definitely check into that. Definitely want that. Oh, wow. That sounds awesome. Okay. Okay. Perfect the first time. Okay. And let me clean off this stamp real quick before I cut. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these stockings out. So the stamp set and dies has a little stocking die to cut the dies out, cut the stockings out, so I don't have to fussy cut, which this stocking is such a simple design, you could fussy cut it pretty easy, but why fussy cut when you have a die? Oh, I dropped it. Come here. There we go. Okay, and the cute little stocking, just right there. Once again, I use this tape to hold when I am cutting out an actual image. The stars I wasn't. The stars was just basic, but this, I don't want that die to move and mess up my cut. And put my plate on. There we go. And push her through. There we go. Remember, even though it's washi tape and very low tack, still be careful when you're pulling it off of there. All right, where's my green, my mint? Let's cut this one out. And this teeny tiny cut and emboss machine, it's so nice to have something that fits on the desk. I don't have to get out my big monster. Okay, way. And like I said, be careful as you peel it off. There we go. Okay, let's move all that out of the way. Now we have a green and a pink stocking. We need the white pieces now. Okay, there they are. All right, here are my white pieces. And like I said, one we're going to actually stamp, all right? So, I have a second stocking design, if I can find it. There it is. Okay. This one is to be colored. It's like just an outline. And I am going to use the pink. And I Probably should use the Stamparatus, but we're gonna risk it. If we mess up, we've got 1, 2, 3 chances, and then the back sides. So, and I do like my stocking hanging, so go have it fit in there just perfect. There we go. Ah, voila. Okay, got that. And we're gonna leave that. We're not cutting this one out, but we are coloring it. So I want my mint. I'm sorry, that's not mint. That is, what is that? From the new In Colors. Is this my mint? Yeah, light mint macron. All right, so my light mint macron, and I have the paintbrush side. It was so succulent, soft succulent. That's what it was. And I want this to match. So we're gonna just color. Excuse me while I color all of these leaves. It's gonna take a minute. Not too long though. Like I said, I'm not being real exact. I'm just kind of brushing a little color in the leaf because it's outlined in pink. So anyways, got all those leaves done. There's one. Oh, here's some down here. Okay. All right. Perfect. And we are going to color the stocking cuff. What I love about alcohol colors versus the writing markers, the water-based ones, is I can go back and forth and it's not going to leave streak lines because the alcohol just kind of blends into the paper and it makes it all uniform in color. Awesome, huh? All right, so we have that one. We have these other two, and we have the other 2 white strips. Okay. And we have our base. All right, let me get my base here. There we go, put that there. Now, I always start with my center, and I center my card. All right, so this is 5.5, so 2 3/4 inch is right there. That's 2 3/4. I'm looking up here at the top of the paper where it's marked. And oops, let's put some adhesive on the back of this. There we go. Come on. Two. There. Now, let me put everybody back in place again. All right, so centered. We have this nice dark line here to show us where the center is. And this is a 2-inch strip. All right, I think I'm good there. Is that it? Yes, awesome. Okay, and then these 2 will be easy enough to center. And I'm gonna do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. All right. I probably should have had these a little higher to the top, but we're just going to make do. I know some people like to get out pencils and rulers and really make it perfect, but I try not to be that much of a perfectionist because it would take me forever to make cards. Now, we need some dimensionals on our stockings. Okay. And I'm going to be putting my Blushing Bride right here. So I'm going to put my mint on this side and my pink on this side. And that way I kind of get a flow of the color. Oops, come here. Instead of having all the pink on this side. There we go. And we're going to have it angled so it's like it's hanging. Okay. And this one. Okay. Awesome. How is that? You like that? And of course, we're using the same sentiment. If I can find it, I've put it down somewhere. There it is. And the pink. Have I inspired you, Patty? I'm so glad. That is my mission in life, to help card makers. Help card makers. All right, now I want to put that right there. And now this time, I am going to tie my gold twine onto my sentiment, all right? So, right here, and this will be, you definitely need clamps to hold this together, okay? You need enough to help make your bow. 2, 3, okay? And so I've wrapped it twice. Come off here. And where are my clamps? Okay, whoops. You gotta first twist them together like you are. Like I said, just like you're tying a shoe, okay? So you're just gonna tie that on there. Whew, you definitely need something to help you. If you don't have clamping tweezers, get a friend. There you go. Make your loop. Bring your other loop in. And if you have long fingernails, you may need tweezers to catch that. And there we go. Okay. Pull out your clamps, tighten it up. Hold the loops while you pull the tails. And you are almost done. All right, let's move that closer to the wishes. Okay. Christmas wishes. Trim this end off. And this end just a little bit, not much. Okay, yeah, I like that. And then this is going to go right there. Isn't that cool? Actually, I'm going to make it a little shorter. I don't want it to be so close to the white edges there. So I'm going to trim that off there and trim that off there. And now be sure to, so this doesn't come off, I'm going to put my dimensional right underneath or right on top of those strands right there. So come in here. Actually, you know what would even be better? Where's the, yes, here we go. Let's take a whole strip and go all the way across. All right, so that would be about right there. Now it's not going anywhere. There we go. Okay, and we have ourselves 3 totally different cards. Cool. Let me bring them back in for you. All right, let's get all this stuff out of the way. All right, you ready? So this was 2, this was 3, and this was 1. All right, what do you guys think? So, just for a quick recap, I used a white 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Then I used a pink and a mint 2 inch by 4 1/4. Then I used a 1/2 inch Blushing Bride. Card base, regular size, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And the gold twine. I also used 2 stamp sets. I used tidings and trimmings and banner year. All right. And I made 3, wow, totally different cards. I hope you guys loved these, and I cannot wait to see what you all create if you try this. When you create it, we love to see what you made. And so if you will share over on Kristina's Creative Stampers, you can share there, or you can share here on Creating with Kristina. Either place is fine. We just want to see what you made so you inspire us also, okay? Don't forget about the host code, and you all have a blessed Monday, and I'll be back here Wednesday for the card challenge. And bye-bye.